Hey everyone! You know that feeling when you see a picture of a national park and it's so powerful you feel like you're actually there? Well, today we're talking about the guy who basically invented that feeling. A photographer who didn't just take pictures of America's wilderness, he pretty much defined it. Yep, we're diving into the world of Ansel Adams. All right, so let's try a little thought experiment right now. Just for a second, when I say the words Yosemite or Yellowstone, what's the first image that pops into your head? I'm willing to bet it's this huge, dramatic, black and white landscape, right? You're probably picturing these massive granite cliffs, maybe a river sneaking through the valley, and clouds that just look perfect. Well, here's the crazy part about that image in your head. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't just some lucky shot. That vision, it was carefully, meticulously crafted by one person. And for millions of us, that's the definitive image. So yeah, chances are you're literally seeing the American wilderness through his eyes. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. How did one single artist become so powerful, so influential, that his photos became our shared memory of these wild places? It's really a story about the incredible power of a focused vision. And hey, this isn't just some wild theory I'm throwing out there. It's a real, recognized thing. I mean, this quote just nails it, right? His photos are so iconic that for so many people, they're not just pictures anymore. They are the mental blueprint for these incredible places. Okay, so how are we going to tackle such a huge legacy? Well, we're going right to the source. We're going to use a really important collection of his work as our roadmap for this whole explainer. And that roadmap is a book called Ansel Adams in the National Parks. And it's pretty much considered the most comprehensive collection of his photography that focuses specifically on the wild places he was so passionate about. And let me tell you, this is a serious collection. We're talking 344 pages published by Little Brown and Company. It was even authorized by his own trust. So this is way more than just a pretty coffee table book. It's like a historical archive of his life's passion. And get this, inside, there are over 200 of his photographs. But here's the real kicker. A lot of these aren't the super famous ones you've already seen a million times. We're talking about rarely seen images, and even some that had never been published before this book came out. It's a real treasure trove. You know, this all leads to a really crucial idea. To really get Ansel Adams, you have to understand that he was basically two people rolled into one. He was the artist, for sure, but he was also a fierce, passionate advocate. And for him, you couldn't separate those two things. They were totally intertwined. So on one side, you've got the artist, right? The guy creating what the book calls these indelible images of the natural world. I mean, these are the photos that just make you stop and stare. But then, on the other side, you have the advocate, an ardent champion of the park system. He was fighting to protect the exact same places he was photographing. One fueled the other. And when we say advocate, what we're really talking about is a conservationist. It's a simple idea, but it's so important here. He wasn't just out there saying, wow, isn't nature pretty? No, he was actively working to protect it, to preserve it, to make sure it was still there for all of us down the line. So what did that actually look like in practice? Well, it wasn't just one thing. His photos, they were more than art. They were evidence. They were exhibits A, B, and C in the case for preservation. And he didn't stop there. He wrote powerful essays, he organized massive letter-writing campaigns to put pressure on politicians. This was real, hands-on, tireless work, and it all came from spending a lifetime exploring more than 40 national parks. And that, right there, brings us to his legacy. It's this incredible fusion of art and action. That's what made him so special. See, for him, it was never just about making pretty pictures. It was about what those pictures could do, what impact they could have. You can almost break his whole strategy down into a simple but brilliant four-step process. First, he'd capture these just breathtaking images of the parks. Then, those images would inspire people, making them feel this deep connection to a place they might have never even been to. That connection then fueled advocacy. People started demanding that these places be saved. And that led to the final step, protection. The wilderness gets preserved for everyone. It's just a perfect straight line from a piece of art to real-world action. So when you boil it all down, what's the takeaway? His legacy is just massive. He didn't just change how we think about our national parks, he actually physically helped save them. He proved, beyond a doubt, that a camera can be a powerful tool for advocacy. And what he left us with is this incredible visual inheritance, a collection of images that, in a way, helps define America. And I think that's the bottom line here. For Ansel Adams, a camera was never just a tool for making art. It was an instrument for change, and man, did he know how to use it. So that kind of leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? I mean, we live in a world where we see thousands of images every single day, and most of them are gone from our memory in a second. So how can art create a lasting impact today? His story really makes you wonder, what can we do to make our own mark? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining me for this one.